Hi guys, power strip, yeah, usually definitely not a reason to make a video about that, but this one here is something totally special. That's probably the most advanced power strip on the planet. It's a 6-in-1. It has one USB-C outlet, 2 USB-A outlets and 3 AC outlets. It has a very high power rating of, I think, 1875, something like that. That's much more compared to most of these modern type of outlets which have USB and some other function. So you can use pretty much every device here, even high power hair dryer. That's not possible with a lot of such power strips. And then we have a lot of protection here built in: surge protection, overheating protection, overcurrent protection. And it comes with a super flat power cord and plug. It has even a built-in slider underneath which you can use to mount it on a wall or use it as a phone holder. So I think it has pretty much everything which we can imagine which could be built in such a power strip. So I'm going to take it out, show you what you get and then how to use it. Yeah, and here we have it, brand is Leadchuang multi-function power socket. Here already some of the features, of course, warning, and then the model type here and the specs. What's also good that we can use it worldwide. So this could also work really good for travel. Also the maximum power here, surge protection. And so let's take it out. Yeah, here we have it, really a beautiful one. So it's not only very functional, it's also very beautiful. Yeah, definitely very modern style. I love this. And it comes even with an on-off switch. What's also good that we have 3-prong, not only 2-prong. Here the USB outlets, and then underneath we have these sliders. We can just push it out, and so we can use that to easily screw it on a wall if you want that, or we can use it as a phone holder. Really good. It has a pretty solid hold. By the way, we have also these 4 soft rubber feet, so don't have to be worried. It's not going to scratch anything. It has a really solid hold. And watch this very thin plug here. That's absolutely phenomenal. Of course, there's also protection here. That's really super slim, and I love this thing here. A lot of these power strips are going to the side, and I'm definitely not a big fan. Of course, if you have a double plug like here, there's only one spot to add a plug like that, but for me still the best option and also the most beautiful option. And you can see how flat this is. If you have this on a wall and you need to have some furniture in front of it, that's probably the best solution. I can show you what I have here in my situation. Can you see this huge gap? This is because I'm not using something like that, because at the time when I was installing it, I had only a much thicker one. I mean, I'm using a similar style of plug, but it's much thicker. So now I have a huge gap here on the side. But if you're using such an advanced system with this super slim plug, this is definitely thinner than 99% of all the baseboards. You can push it fully against the wall. That's absolutely phenomenal. And not only the plug is slim, but also the full cable is very slim. And I like also the quality and accuracy of these outlets. So they have some resistance, but not too much resistance. So you can see it has a solid hold, but not too much. So we can still easily pull it out. And so let's also see how much power we can pull on USB-A. So let's do a quick ramp up test here. We can see we are at 10 watts, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And we have been close to 20, and so we had cut off with a very high 5.4 volts. So you can see the voltage didn't drop, so that's also a very good sign. And we had cut off at a whopping 3.7 amps, which makes it 20 watts. Of course, it's not recommended to use so much on the long term because it's rated 17 watts, but you can see it has also plenty of safety built in for the USB. Even though it has stopped, we can repeat this test over and over because it has just reset it because it wanted to protect the USB outlet. And so after second test, we have the exact same result. Of course, we do not have any quick charge PD or something like that, but we have exact same output here on USB-C. I can show you that also here. We have a cutoff at exactly 20 watts. By the way, interesting to see that this switch here is working for the AC outlets and for the USB outlets. So we can turn it off. Here you can see it takes just a couple of seconds and then it's off. And then one of the most important tests, if you're planning to use a lot of power from USB, is the long-term test. You can see that after almost 15 minutes. And so I've been testing it with a whopping 15 watts. You can see that here even a little bit more than 15 watts, 3 amps or a little bit more. Very high output, and what you can see is that the voltage stays the whole time above 5 volts, which is absolutely awesome. With a lot of such built-in USB outlets, the power or the voltage drops to almost only 4 volts, and then it's difficult to use the power. Definitely much better here, but of course we also want to check on the temperature because that's very important. A lot of such power strips with included USB outlets have very low quality components and then they tend to overheat. So this could be a fire hazard or they will fail over long term. So let's check the temperature here after 15 minutes. Of course it was getting a little bit warm, but definitely not super hot. So I think the most heat is in this area. So let's check here. So we are testing with this laser thermometer, and so I can do this couple of times and we can see the highest temperature is usually at around 120 degrees Fahrenheit, which is definitely not a lot. I've seen temperatures almost reaching 200 degrees Fahrenheit with some other power strips. So this is much lower, so it proves that they are using high quality components here inside. And so I'm super happy with it. I can definitely confirm that it's a very solid implementation of a power strip with a huge amount of function, high power, especially the AC outlets, but of course also from USB. I love the flat cable and plug. So there's absolutely nothing to complain. I love this thing, so I can give you full recommendation. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.